Okay, so it's a quick video for myself, Harvey Goldman. No cuts, no filters, no edits, and both hands on the wheel. So as you can see, or maybe hear, I am obviously driving. I'm on my way to my third and final gig of the weekend. It's been a really busy weekend, super tired, but once I've done this, game over. I can go to bed. So, today, I really just wanted to have a very quick chat about the death of the British High Street. It's a madness. Where I live, in Devon, there are loads of tiny little towns, some quite significant towns. We've got places like Torquay, Newton Abbot, they're quite close by. We've got cities like Exeter and Plymouth, they're quite close by. And it's really bizarre how there seems to be a huge disparity in different areas. With some areas have local businesses that are doing really well. Some areas have local businesses that are absolutely failing, and all within the same county. Now, obviously, I understand that the county is split up into different councils, different boroughs, districts, and whatever else, and that those manage their money and business rates are set in very different ways. You know, there's no uniform sort of pricing, there's no uniform way of working, it seems. But the difference in a place, for example, like let's just say Totnes, and I drove through Totnes the other day, just on a little jolly to the castle to have a walk around. Totnes has got maybe 2 streets that are significant in terms of having shops. So it's got the main street that starts at the bottom by the roundabout near the 7 Stars Hotel or pub or whatever it is. It goes up the hill, it goes under a kind of old archway, carries on up, and then it doglegs, and there's another street that comes off it. And those are pretty much the only 2 streets of shops in Totnes. There are probably, I'm going to make a guess, probably wrong, there are probably about 70, maybe 80 shops in Totnes. I didn't see a single boarded up window. I didn't see a single business that was actually for sale. They were mostly independent type businesses, so they're obviously not backed by huge money. They're not backed by shareholders or anything like that. You know, these are businesses that are very much independent. You've got things like art galleries, you've got things like custom clothing shops, you've got butchers, you've got bakers, you've probably got candlestick makers. But they've got a wide variety of shops. They have got a few nationals there as well. You've got things like Mountain Warehouse. There's a big Morrison's, obviously, on the way into the town, and all the sort of usual suspects. But Totnes seems to be thriving. And then 7 miles away, you've got Torquay. Torquay is obviously significantly larger than Totnes, a much larger population. Because it's got a train station, it's much more of a hub in terms of work, in terms of, I guess, business in general. It's on all of the major bus routes coming through Devon. You have to go through Torquay to get to other places like, you know, Paignton and Brixham and so on along the coast. And yet, I drove down Torquay High Street the same weekend, and it was awful. Literally every other shop is boarded up. And to be fair, that may sound like an exaggeration. It may sound like I'm over-dramatising the death of the high street. And I know that in some small part, or maybe in a larger part, the advent of COVID around the end of 2020, that probably didn't help. I mean, that pushed a lot of people into obviously online shopping. Online stores like Amazon particularly, eBay also, Facebook Marketplace is another one. These saw significant boosts to their traffic, unprecedented boosts to traffic. So online business thrived, and the high street was largely not even open at that point. So therefore, the high street, many of them were furloughed. or the shops were operating on ghost staff, or indeed barely operating. Lots of us were working from home. I know that had a little bit to do with it. But COVID's over. COVID is now pretty much the same as just having a flu. We're resigned to the fact that it's here. Different strains are going to come in and out and whatever. But it's kind of done and dusted. COVID is sort of old news. Surely the high street should be going back to normal. Surely people should now be spending their money, not their digital pounds. They should be spending their money in their local high streets. And what vexes me is that the difference between Totnes and Torquay, a difference of 7 miles. They are run by different borough councils, and I'm not sure of the differences in business rates and premises rents and everything else. But there are still people that share a distance of 7 miles apart, and in one town they can prop up the economy by using it. In another town it seems to have just gone to the dogs, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because people are shopping online. I don't know if maybe they're scared of the high street, because Torquay has got a bit of a bad reputation. To give you an idea, to prove that I'm not over-dramatising this, I am actually about to drive down Torquay High Street. So I'm going to pull the camera off. So this is basically Torquay High Street, and I'll do a little pan and scan so you can see. So we've got closed down shops, we've got an agency, we've got a barber's, we've got a cafe, we've got Premier Inn, a couple of banks, we've got nail bars, corner shops, closed down shop, Savers, closed down shops, 2 in a row there. We've got a massive closed down building there. I think that was once a Debenhams. We've got another closed down shop there. Couple of Nationals, some more closed down shops, Let's have a look. What else have we got? Another Turkish barbers and a betting shop. So as you can see, Torquay isn't exactly, despite its size, despite its population, and now we're coming up Market Street, more closed down shops here. Despite its size and its population, people aren't able to prop up this economy. They simply can't. And I don't know why. It's literally like a ghost town. You have obviously got crime in Torquay. There is a lot of crime in Torquay, I guess, in proportion to somewhere like Totnes. Obviously, it's a bigger population, and with that, the increase in crime, I guess, is going to be prevalent. It's just something that happens. You get an area with a bigger population, you've got a bigger population of knobheads, and with that comes crime, and that's just part and parcel. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this? What are your opinions? I'm sure that you all live in many different places. Have you noticed the death of your local high street? Have you noticed that there are more and more businesses taking over the high street in place of what once were independent shops that almost seem like fronts for other activities? I know that in Torquay, where I've just driven through, there's a massive influx, and I'm not being picky or xenophobic, but a massive influx of barbers, a massive influx of cheap car wash, vape shops and nail bars. And I'm sure that you've all heard the old, I guess, sort of slant on the situation, that these are fronts for organised crime and money laundering and whatever else. What's your take on this? What's your take on this? What do you think is happening to the local economy? More importantly, how do you think we fix it? How do you think we fix this problem? How do you think we get the high street back to where it once was, only 5 years ago? It's honestly sad. When I first moved to Devon, which was quite a while back, I came to Torquay, and it was fantastic. It was vibrant. There was a massive sort of independent community there of shops. You had all sorts of different stuff going on. But also you had people that were invested in their local community, and it seems like we don't really have that anymore. And yeah, I'd like to know why. So anyway, rant over. I've got to get to a gig. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts on all of this are. If you're experiencing the same in your local areas, if it's the same in cities as it is in towns, or maybe it's just Torquay, who knows. But if you do get the chance, I do recommend a visit to Totnes. I can tell you that now. So anyway, let me know in the comments. YouTube's going to pop a video up here somewhere. Goldman, peace out.